Skin here with me. This ain't a diss song, but yeah, you know what it is. I'm a cheesehead, y'all niggas cheese whiz. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's nothing. That Super Bowl ring, that's nothing. Pull up in your town when you see me, you know everything. Green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. I put it down, representing for my team. I'm in green.
Is this your first victory Monday, or got the guys totally excused today?
Yeah, yes. To answer your question, yes, it is. But we still have the guys that were banged up coming and checking with the athletic trainers, as well as we encouraged everybody to get their lift in today as well.
Matt, how early did you realize your backs would be as prolific as they've become in the passing game?
I think that's just something that's grown as the season's gone on, and they can shoot. They've shown us that they can do it, and it's going to be something moving forward that we'll continue to look and see. It's really however we can try to exploit a defense.
Watching the film back, were missed tackles a concern last night, and how many did you count?
Yeah, we had too many missed tackles. And some of that's a credit to the guys that we're going against. Obviously, the Chiefs had a ton of explosive playmakers that are going to force you into some missed tackles when you have guys like Kelsey and Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins and LaShawn McCoy. He's made a few people miss in his day, and so they've got a lot of good players. But all in all, we've got to do a better job of tackling.
Man, how many is too many missed tackles?
I can't remember what the exact number was.
Not necessarily from last night, but I mean, like you're going to miss tackles in a game. You're not, but like if it's under 5, it's under 8. What can you live with? I guess.
Yeah, I think it's just how bad is the missed tackle? Because there's going to be some that are going to be like, well, that was a tough tackle, but yeah, we want to see 0 as coaches. So I mean, to put a number on it, I really don't feel comfortable doing that.
When did you know that Blake was going to have to wear the glove or that cast or whatever he was?
Saturday morning.
And Brian told me last night after the game that he's not wearing one. Like he can't play with that. Whatever he's got to do with the finger for next week, he will not wear the glove cast. Do you feel good that there's going to be something that they'll be able to outfit him with?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I haven't talked with Flea yet, so I'm sure we'll come up with something because I know Brian. He's a pro. I think we'll figure something out.
What was the thinking to have Sullivan return kicks?
Just get a little, just try somebody new back there. To be honest with you, and I thought he did a great job with the opportunities that he was given.
Aaron's pass to Kumro there on the first drive. It looked like he curved it, almost like a right-hand turn to the right.
You're talking the big explosive completion.
You've been around a lot of good quarterbacks. I mean, is that something that's pretty common for quarterbacks to be able to do at this level, or is that more kind of unique to what Aaron can do?
Yeah, I think it's a credit to Aaron Rodgers. Some of those throws just leave you speechless, to be honest with you.
You've done a good job of keeping the one game at a time mantra. From your experience, is that a difficult thing when teams get on a roll to just kind of keep them focused on the here and now and not looking at, geez, look who's coming up, we could be X and X record?
Yeah, I think it's kind of human nature. But, I think our guys have really taken to that and really bought into taking it one game at a time and try to do your very best to get prepared for that game because, this league, you can't take anything for granted in this league. I mean, you look at yesterday, they were missing a bunch of starters, and you better come ready to play each and every day.
So how do you get that message across without just beating a dead horse on it, and just having to
probably
say
beating a dead horse.
Oh, really? That's all there is to it.
I mean, yeah, it's a consistent message day in and day out.
How important was that first run of the final drive just to get you guys off the 2, just to get those 6 yards? I mean, it's a 6-yard run, but how crucial was that to just give you guys some space to move there?
Well, I know as a play caller, it gave me a lot of confidence to come back and do it again. just to see the line surge, to see the finish. You know, David Bakhtiari had a great finish on that, and then just watching Aaron hit that hole, it gave myself a lot of confidence to go right back to it.
And I know you and Brian are obviously always in communication about the roster, but over these next, I guess, 24 and a half hours before the deadline, will you peek your head in his office maybe just a little bit more to see if there's anything going?
Probably. So, and if there is something, then he will update you guys on that.
Matt, you mentioned Shannon returning kicks. He hasn't gotten a ton of time in the secondary, but he made that pretty big play on third down against Travis on their last drive. How impressed were you by that play of his?
Yeah, that was a great play. He actually took a fair amount of snaps yesterday. Do you have the exact total? I want to say it was almost 40 snaps or so. Yeah.
Bear with me.
But no, what he does is he brings 35 snaps. So he just brings so much versatility. You can plug him at a lot of different places, whether it's corner, nickel, safety. And that was a great play on a really good player.
Hey, Matt, Aaron mentioned that you guys reached a consensus on the sideline that you guys were going to go to Aaron Jones on that third down play. TV showed you and Tim and Aaron's on the sideline. Can you
Yeah, I got to do a better job of covering my mouth, obviously, in a lot of different situations.
Can you, for those of us that are not expert lip readers, can you give us a feel for how that conversation went? Because that's a pretty big decision, and you put a lot of faith in him to go that way.
Yeah, so just, you know, you can either run it and try to get 5 yards in that situation and know that worst case scenario, you're going to take 40 seconds off the clock, plus the time of the play. So you're looking at, 45, maybe 50 seconds after you punt the ball. Or you can try to end the game right there. And so what I told him was, I said, let's go for the win. And knowing that we're going to end the game right there. And then we just had a conversation between all of us in terms of, all right, what's the best play? And we had ran that play earlier in the game to Jamal Williams for a first down. And then we ran a similar formation where we hit Aaron Jones on that screen pass that he took to the house. So it just, I didn't know if they're going to think screen or whatever, but I thought there was a good chance that if we got the matchup out there and they put a linebacker out on them, that we'd have a great chance to convert, and we did.
And so is Nathaniel part of that discussion too on your headset?
Absolutely,
okay. Yeah. Speaking of that screenplay, before that, what were you angry about? Speaking of lip reading, what were you upset about late in the game there?
Yeah, that's something that I want to keep in-house. So there's always some spirited conversations on the headsets. That's for sure.
On the screen pass, was that blocked exactly the way you wanted? I mean, Jones gets obviously the credit, but Corey's got a big block, Jimmy's got a big block, and David's got a big block.
Yeah, no, it was ran to perfection. I mean, they executed it flawlessly, and we had a guy that can really run, and I'm glad he just didn't run out of bounds this time.
Is the more catches that Aaron makes, do you feel like defenses are going to have to maybe put another DB out there, and then therefore your counters to run? Is that kind of something you're anticipating at some point happening? Or
it could be. I think that's something we try to evaluate each and every week. And a lot of it can be dictated by the defensive personnel on the field, how they're going to match up. But certainly I think when we get in some of those empty formations or we have the back out wide, it does it forces the defense to make a decision if they are in man coverage of, all right, who are we going to match up with who, and then it's our responsibility to try to exploit the best matchup.
Whether Devontae comes back this week or not, he's coming back soon. Is it going to be a balance tricky at all to still utilize Aaron as a receiver and work Devontae back into the offense the way you want to?
Those are good problems to have. So we'll figure it out. I look at kind of who we went against yesterday in terms of the Chiefs roster, and the explosive playmakers they have all over the place. So you can't have enough.
Matt, getting back to your 1-0 mentality, how much help do you get from the guys in the locker room with that, and what are some of the other things that keep these guys grounded? Because it's a bunch of new guys that haven't necessarily played with each other, with all the new talent that was brought in. What helps keep these guys grounded, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's more or less we've got great leadership in that locker room. We've got a high character locker room that I think these guys really care for one another, and they're bought into this, to our team, and doing what's best for our football team.
You're leaving early for Los Angeles this week, Friday?
Yeah, we're leaving on Friday.
Will that impact, your practice week at all, condensing it all?
No, we're going to get our standard weekend, and it just allows us to kind of get acclimated to the time change a little bit better.
How good does it feel to win a challenge in the NFL today with how
Typically, those spot challenges, you don't win them, but it was so obvious because it was on the line, and his elbow was down, prior to or before that first down marker.
So, Matt, you were with Gurley in LA 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you get here and you're looking at the tape and you're getting a feel for the personnel that you've inherited, what are you thinking about Aaron Jones, and how I don't know, excited were you, or did you see things that he needed to be better at to work as effectively in your offense? Because obviously he's been terrific. What did you kind of think initially?
Yeah, well, I thought he was an explosive player that put a lot of great things on tape. And what we do when we first get here is we put together a profile tape of that player just to show them, hey, here's what you do really well, and here are some things we'd like to work on. And I think it's more or less just with us using him on offense, specifically in the passing game and putting him out, it's just taking a matter of time to figure out what each guy can and can't do. And so it's a process.
What kind of counter move down do you expect from defenses when he's able to do what he did? I know Rodgers had made the comment a couple weeks ago, defenses don't expect running backs to run patterns past 5 yards. Now that you've put on tape what he put on tape yesterday, what kind of counter move do you expect, and then what challenge does that create for you to keep getting the ball?
Yeah, I think it's more or less kind of what scheme are we facing, so certainly they're going to have to make a decision if you are facing a man team or you catch a team in man coverage of how they want to defend him in terms of, just like we talked about earlier, do you put a linebacker on him, do you put a safety, do you leave a corner out there? There are some teams that won't give you man zone reads, and they'll just play it however it's laid out. So I think it's totally dependent upon who you're playing.
Two more, please.
With your 1-0 every week thing.
You guys don't like that, huh?
I like 111. You got a lot of work to do, you have bigger goals than this. But this doesn't usually happen for a first-year coach to do what you guys have done under you. Have you allowed yourself, even when you're home with your wife and the boys, to at least enjoy this a little bit, or are you so gotta go 1-0 next week too that you're not able to do that?
Yeah, I kind of, I don't sit back and think about it too much. It's just on to the next game, and just because I know how hard it is to win each and every week, and if you don't put all your energy into that, you're not going to be as successful. And luckily for myself and our staff, we've come into a pretty good situation where we've got a lot of good players, and we've not only good football players but good people. And I can't say enough about that locker room. The guys pulling all in the same direction with one common goal, and that is to go 1-0 every week.
Defensively, what do you think you have at this moment? You've given up a bunch of yards at times. The scoreboard's been good though. Is there some concern that bending but not breaking is going to break at some point against quote unquote the elite quarterbacks, or are you happy with what you guys are doing, kind of big picture wise?
Yeah, I think there's always areas to improve upon. I know one thing that we definitely have to improve on is giving up those explosive plays. We've given up far too many. and those can really burn you. Because typically, when you look at teams that score a lot of points, it's because they're getting explosive plays. So our goal each and every week is to limit those. But I will say our guys are resilient, and they've been put in some tough situations this year defensively in terms of whether it's, I mean, you look at last night, the second drive of the game, you know, we got sacked and punted it, and they had a nice return, and, you know, our defense was kind of put in a bad situation. They were already in the strike zone. They hold them to a 3-and-out, and they miss a field goal. So our defense has done a lot of good things. We've forced a number of turnovers. I think we're near the top in turnover differential. So that's a credit. That's a team goal. But like always, you're always looking at ways to improve, and certainly there's a lot of areas that we can improve upon.
Matt, does the strike zone start at the 35? Is that how you define it?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Young Moolah, baby.